Hi, this is Jessie again. Hello. Yeah, welcome going back. Today I thought about what I would like to share with you as for my second time, and I thought maybe how about talking about what happened before the beginning. you know, the Bible starts with in the beginning, God created the world, and God created light. He created then heaven, earth, sea, all the plants, animals, birds, everything in the sea, and then we as mankind. So that's how Bible begins. And then in the third chapter 3, um, it it is the saddest chapter in the whole Bible. It shows about the fall of man, how Adam and Eve, the first man and woman, were deceived by devil, and they how they fell, how they got fallen. But interestingly, Bible doesn't give us the exact account where does this Satan come from. How does this Satan begin? What is he? From where he came out? Um, so so it gives most of us Christians know about the story. Well, it was actually the archangel Lucifer, and he was he was the archangel, but then he did the stupidest thing. Or he rebelled against God. Of course, he failed, and then so he fell. He got fallen. So he became Satan along with the angels that followed him. They all became evil spirits, and so that's how Satan emerged to this world. Um, and from then on, he acted. He's been ever acting as God's adversary. Now, when I talk about this with my Bible group, uh, actually, so this is the question that I got. One of the new believers at the time, she was a Chinese girl. She asked me, "Okay, then why doesn't God just get rid of Satan?" If he does, well, he's almighty, and if he does that, then all our problems would be gone within a second. And yet, why doesn't God do that? I was like, okay, that's an interesting question. Because I've never really asked such a question to myself or to anyone. So I thought about it, and I tried to find the answer from the Bible. Why wouldn't God do that? Because, of course, if you think about it, the Bible says God is all powerful. And if he is truly all powerful, then surely he should be able to get rid of Satan. He should be able to make Satan disappear. Yet he doesn't do it. So why wouldn't he? And then so this is really my personal sharing, personal thoughts, but not baseless really. I think I gather some proof or support from the Bible as far as I could find, and I concluded maybe there might be two big reasons why God doesn't make him disappear. Now, first of all, we need to know that spiritual beings are immortal. That includes us. Because we human are spiritual beings, as a matter of fact. It's just this body of ours that is not spiritual thing. So this body is flesh. And when this body is gone, then we enter into the world of eternity. So whether you believe it or not, we are immortal beings. So, many people want, and historically, many great conquerors or many great kings, they all wanted to live as long as they could, preferably forever. So there was one famous Chinese emperor who tried to find some miraculous medicine or herb that would make him live forever. Of course, there is nothing like that. So he wasted so much money, and sent so many men to all over the world as far as he could send, and that's one of the reasons why his nation fell after his death so quickly. Anyway, that just shows, that is just one example how much we humans long to live forever. But we live forever, as a matter of fact. We are immortal beings. So, because God created in this way, as spiritual beings are immortal. So, that means Satan too is immortal. Satan and all the evil spirits, they too are all immortal. Because, after all, he was archangel, and the evil spirits, they all were angels who were created a little bit higher than us humans. And if we are immortal, of course they are immortal. So, first of all, because they are immortal beings, God cannot just make them disappear. That's against his own rule. Then you might say, well, then how about just change the rule? Surely God can do that, can't he? Well, I mean, he created those rules. He made those rules. Then surely he can void them. Well, yes. If I give you the conclusion first, yes, he can, but he wouldn't. He wouldn't, because it's really like how it works in our human society. Let's take an example. Who makes the laws in our human society? Parliament, right? Parliament makes laws. Now, once the law is made, would that law bind the members of parliament or the parliament itself? Yes, of course. That's what law means. Once it is created, then the law would bind its own creator. Because otherwise, there is no authority to the law or to the lawmaker. I mean, who would respect that lawmaker if he does not keep his own rules? So that's why God wouldn't go back to his own word, or go against his own rules. And also, if you think about it, if one is truly all powerful and all wise, then surely he should be able to handle all situations while keeping his own rules, right? That should be the meaning of all powerful and all wise. Otherwise, he's not really eligible to be called as all powerful or all wise. So that's what God does. God is doing. He's keeping his own rules. He's keeping his own laws, and he's dealing with this Satan troublemaker. So that's the first reason why God wouldn't just make Satan disappear. Because Satan is spiritual being, and that is against his own rule. Now, the second reason, probably this is the biggest one. The second reason is actually for us, for our own freedom to choose. You see, we are we are the only creature, at least in this world, who are given to freedom to choose, the free will to choose. But then, logically, if you want to choose, you have to have more than one choice. You can't say choose when there is only one option. That's what you say, isn't it? I have no other option. That means you have no freedom to choose, right? So God created us to have a genuine, loving relationship. Now, genuine, loving relationship can be established only when there is freedom to choose. Freedom to choose from among many other choices. That's why the relationship between husband and wife is so important, so meaningful, right? Because it means I choose you among many other men. I choose you as my wife among many other women. Even though I can choose any other woman, I choose you. That's why that relationship has its meaning, right? Same. God wants to have that kind of relationship with us. So that means we have to have some other choice other than God that we can choose from. But here is one thing. Here's a catch. We cannot create something. We cannot create another choice that we can choose other than God, because we have no power to create, right? So that means, logically, either God has to create something that we can choose from other than himself, or at least God needs to allow that some other choice being exist. And that's what God did. When Satan rebelled against him, he became the alternative of God. He became the only other option that we can choose other than God. And so that's why God left Satan as it is. Because there is Satan, now we have a chance to have a genuine, loving relationship with God. So for that, I believe God left Satan to move around until his time comes. I mean, he clearly promised that he will end this. He will end the all evil in this world when his time comes. But until that time comes, he will allow Satan to move around up to a certain point. So that's why we have a world right now like this. Imperfect, wars, famine, but still love. Still God's kindness. All those coexist together. But when the final time comes, these two sides will be separated, and will be separated into two completely separated spiritual worlds. And those are heaven and hell. So I hope this brief explanation could help you understand about why God allowed Satan move around like this. So I actually wrote about what I talk about right now in this book. This is my actually first English book that I wrote. And it is the very first question I dealt in this book. So if you want to read about more of my thoughts about this topic, maybe this book could give you a better explanation. Also, you can find some more sophisticated answers from other books as well. For example, like C.S. Lewis' book, or any ontology or theological books like that. But I hope this small explanation would help you about why we have this world, this imperfect world at the moment, and why does God allow Satan for now? Because, in one word, it's because he loves us. Because he wants to have a genuine, loving relationship with us. So I hope this would help you. Oh yeah. So the title of this book is God, Why Are You Doing This? Yeah, you can purchase it from Amazon online bookstore, either in paper copy or in ebook style. Anyway, so yeah, I hope this could be helpful to you, and God bless you.